Hello, dear friend. In this video, I would like to talk to you about the difference between the signs and the houses. We are going to discuss what's the major difference. This is a main important question that many people have, and I have noticed that there's also some confusion. That's why we are also going to talk about the most common mistakes, the three major mistakes people make when they are trying to find the difference or to understand better the signs and the houses in astrology or in their own horoscope, of course. And let me also remind you that if you haven't calculated your chart, you can do it completely free on my birth chart calculator. You just have to click the link in the description below or go to marstars.net/calculator. You will see all the planets with all the signs and the houses, your ascendant, and the different aspects. So I highly recommend you to go and check this calculator. So let's first of all try to understand what the signs represent and what the houses represent. First of all, the signs are not defined by the place where you were born. Everyone born during certain day and certain time would have the same sign positions. Their sun will be in certain sign, their moon also, which means that the aspects between the planets will be the same. So the sign position is not defined by the place where you were born. They are the same during a particular time. On the other side, the houses are defined by the place where you were born. Even if you take the same day, the same time, but you use different locations, you will find that the houses would be completely different. The more distance the places are between each other, the bigger differences you will find. So that's important. The signs are the same during the whole day for everyone born in this time, but the houses are different. And also, what each of those indications define. The signs would define the quality of the planet. So, in what way this planet is expressing itself. So, let's say that you have the moon in Pisces. So it means that the moon, the qualities of the moon will be expressed in the Pisces way, which would mean in a sensitive, gentle, caring, compassionate way. If the moon was in, let's say, Aries, then the moon would express itself in the Aries way, which would mean it would be decisive, it would be competitive, it would be brave, maybe impatient, and, other qualities. So that's important to understand that the signs are showing you the type of the quality, or they answer the question, in what way? On the other side, the houses are showing you in which area or where would someone or basically something manifest in the chart. So for example, if we go back to our example with the moon, if the moon in Pisces is in, let's say, third house, it would mean that this person would express his caring, compassionate, sensitive nature towards maybe siblings or other people he communicates with. So third house is showing us in which area would that manifest. If the same moon, the Pisces moon, is in sixth house, then we may find this person to be very caring, very compassionate, very sensitive when it comes to his work, his daily responsibilities, or the way he serves other people. That's what sixth house represents. So here is the key point here. The signs are showing you in what way, and the houses are showing you in which area. That's a major difference. And now let's go through the three most common mistakes people make when they try to find the difference or understand signs and houses. Mistake number one is to think that they are equal. So it would mean that If you have a planet in Aries or in first house, you would take that as equal. Or if you have a planet in Taurus or in second house, again, this would mean the same thing. This is a common mistake which I have seen many people make, and that's just not true. The planet being in Aries or the planet being in first house is not the same thing. And yes, normally we associate each of the houses with one of the signs. And yes, normally Aries and first house are connected, but it doesn't mean that the planet being in Aries or in first house would mean the same thing. Because again, the signs are showing us in what way, or those are the inner qualities. And the house position is showing us in which way, and those are more external things. Where in life, in which concrete area is this planet manifesting or expressing its energy? So if a planet is in Aries, it would mean internally having the qualities of Aries, which would mean braveness and courageous approach, maybe sometimes impatience, but this is internal. If the planet is in first house, the difference would be that whatever the qualities of the sign are, they would be openly expressed. So, for example, if you have a planet in Cancer, which is in first house, it would mean that all this emotionality, sensitivity of the Cancer sign would be expressed openly, because first house is showing ourselves or demonstrating our inner qualities outside of us. It's related to our behavior. So please don't think that the signs and the houses are equal, because that's just a rocky mistake. Mistake number 2 is that people think that one of those is more important. So either the sign should be more important or the house should be more important. And the truth is that you cannot put such a difference. You cannot kind of, cut this with a knife and say, oh, this is heavier, so it must be more important. Both are important. So don't try to find, okay, what should I give priority to? Which should be more important, the sign or the house? The sign, again, I'm repeating, it's showing you the internal quality, the inner potential, also the essential quality, also what we call. And the house position is showing you in what way it would be manifested. Will it be in an open way? Will there be some kind of externalized or internalized qualities, and all of that? So what you really need is to give priority to both of those indications. Which gets me to mistake number 3, which is to think that you have to look at the signs and the houses separately. That, my friends, is also a recipe for mistakes and confusion. Because in order to get the whole person, to understand the whole chart, you always need to look at the chart in a holistic way to see how all of that is working together. And the simplest thing, or the first step, is when you analyze one particular planet, to combine the meaning of the sign and the house. That's how you would get the most accurate interpretation. Otherwise, sometimes, you can get kind of lost. Because let's take one kind of a more obvious example. Let's say that you have, again, the moon in Aries. So we would expect this moon in Aries to be very, as we said, the Aries qualities: brave, courageous, open, impatient, sometimes even capable of confronting others on a daily basis. So those are just some of the basic qualities. And you just look at this Aries moon and you say, oh, you know what? You should be quite impatient, or sometimes you might kind of be too much in a rush, or rush other people, or be impatient, or maybe even confront with others, and so on. Then the person looks at you and say, well, not really. Well, one of the reasons why this may not be that obvious is if the planet is in a particular house, which changes how this energy is expressed. So internally, the sign is there. So internally, the energy is there. The Aries moon is there. But let's say that this Aries moon is in 12th house. 12th house is the most secret hidden place in the chart. And also 8th and 4th house as well. But let's go with this 12th house. So what that means is that all of those Aries moon qualities, they are more internal. They're not necessarily expressed openly. And there could be, if we go deeper in this interpretation, we may find that there could be a frustration because there is a huge misalignment between Aries as a sign and 12th house as a house. But the point here is that you always need to look at the chart, and even when you interpret the individual planet, you have to look at it in a holistic way. So don't, try to base your whole interpretation just on one factor. I'm just reminding you also about the 3 indications rule, which means that in order to be sure that something will manifest in a certain way, you have to find at least 3 indications. So we always need to look at the chart in a holistic way. So again, to summarize what we've talked about, the signs are showing you the internal qualities, the potential, the essential strength of the planet. The houses are showing you in what way, in which area this energy is expressed and will manifest. And mistake 1 you should not make is to think that signs and houses are equal, because we talked about it, they are not. Mistake number 2 is to think that one of those is more important, either the sign or the house. Also not true. And mistake number 3, to try to look at everything separately. Each indication you dissect it, and then you just get confused because there are like too many things and some of them look strange when you put them together. So the way to work with this is a holistic approach. So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you have more clarity about the signs and the houses and the difference in how you can use them. I also have another thing for you which would make it easier to understand astrology. There is a free webinar which you can sign up for through the links below. It's on psychological astrology, and it's very concrete, it's very practical, it's something that you can apply immediately. So go check the links in the description and sign up for the webinar right now. If you have any questions or comments, I would love to see them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you soon.